Thank you. We're running a few minutes late. We're just getting together back there. But this evening, we're going to have a moment of silence and prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, good evening. Like I said, welcome to our August 25th meeting. This evening, Ms. Benitez is on vacation, our normal council secretary. And Joe Plary had a family matter he had to attend to, so he's unable to make the meeting also. We do have present myself, Joe Knowles, and the council president, Ed Kisselback, the vice president, Stacy Champion as our councilwoman. We have the Honorable Mayor Joe DiGirolamo. Our solicitor is Joe Pizzo and Ken Ferris are both here. We have almost as many attorneys as we have council people over there. But we have our township engineer is Phil Worsta, and Deb McBreen is our clerk and assistant secretary. All right, good. She has two titles. She wrote it down for me. Okay. Okay. Public comments. We have each agenda item will have an opportunity to speak on that agenda item. So seeing no one come forward, we'll wait till each agenda comes up. Approval of council minutes from the meeting July 14th, 2025. I kind of looked this over. It seemed pretty accurate to me. Does anybody have any adjustments to the council meetings from July 14th?
No,
They'd like to make. Okay, Ed, you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Form of motion, if you're looking for that.
Yep, form of motion
Should be accepted as
presented.
presented.
Okay, is there a second?
I guess I'm seconding it tonight.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be cooperative tonight. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any against? Okay, so we're good. Okay, number 5 on the agenda is a preliminary land development for School Lane Charter at 3340 and 3350 Tillman Drive for a gymnasium, okay? And we have people from School Lane here, I guess.
Good
You wanna
evening.
introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Nick Rose from ProTract Engineering, the engineer for this project. With me is Karen Shade from the School Lane Charter School,
Okay.
and Gary Atley from the Elias Organization, the project architect.
Okay.
I have with me the required.
May I ask why you're up there at the podium? Would you prefer it be a preliminary and a final, or why did you come before us and ask for just a preliminary?
Well, our intent was a preliminary final. That is what recommendation we received from the Planning Commission. So that is what we would ask of you this evening, if you're willing.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Debbie? I heard you say. All right, well, we can change it.
Okay, we
That's it.
can change it if Mr. Pizzo thinks it's ready to. Joe, do you think we're ready for a preliminary and final, or?
We'll see how the evening
Oh, we'll
goes.
see how the
All
evening
right, so that may be a reality. is
If
what I'm
if
saying.
everything, if the stars align properly, we can make it a preliminary
Okay,
final.
all right, we'll see what you need to do.
Okay, would you like a little introduction to the project?
Yeah, that's
then?
good.
Okay.
Yep.
So right now, the School
Yeah.
Lane Charter School has the 2 buildings on Tillman Drive. So just down from Street Road across from Parks Casino. And they have building 3340 on the left and 3350 on the right, which is our current buildings.
Excuse me, you don't have anything to put up on the?
I do not have that, sorry. And all I would like to do is take some of the, this is what it's going to look like. All they want to do is take some of the paving that's currently in the middle of the site and replace it with a gymnasium building. So there's no actual plan to increase number of students, to increase staff, anything like that. And really, there's only a minimal amount of impervious coverage that's proposed. And with that in mind, even though there are basins downstream that are designed to handle it all, we are proposing some stormwater management just below the building, so we will comply with all
And are
the
you keeping the
townships.
parking at the back of the plot?
There's parking all the way around the site, and that
Okay.
will stay. There's parking over here, there's parking in front, there's parking all the way around.
When
So-
do we have this stormwater management in place for our engineering to review?
Sorry, what's that? When will we?
When will you have your stormwater management
Oh.
available for our engineer to review?
We could do that within a couple weeks. It was on the plan, the letter just asked for it to be put into a storm report, which we can certainly do. So we could have that within a matter of weeks, yes.
And you're fine with that?
Yes, that's what we
Okay.
agreed to.
Okay, thank you. So that's really all there is. Although it's a fairly large building, it's about 25,000 square feet. The existing buildings are about 60,000 square feet. So although it's a large building, it's a relatively simple project just because it's replacing impervious coverage.
Now, it's 25,000 square feet, so how much of it is a gymnasium, and how much of it is additional space besides the gymnasium? I mean, it's like
The-
150 by 200 or something, you know?
Yeah,
but-
the gymnasium itself is about 25,000 square feet. And then in
Oh.
addition to that, there's two-story sets of classrooms and some office spaces. So
I know,
there,
but not in the new part, though, right? Is there classrooms in the new part?
yes, there's
Oh.
3 classrooms in the new part that it's for band and 2 performing arts classrooms.
Oh, okay,
So that's adjacent to the first floor gym space.
okay.
And then the second story has 3 additional classrooms,
So 6 altogether.
6 altogether, with some business offices that we're also putting in the second story.
And the plan is to cater or serve the current number of students?
Yes,
Right, so-
yeah, we're going to be keeping the number the same as what we had originally proposed back in, oh my goodness, 2012, 13.
Is that number that you have proposed, is that what's been approved by the fire, is that the maximum capacity by the field fire marshal? Or is it a larger number by the fire marshal?
My understanding it wouldn't be larger now. Did you
I
have a
think
fire?
They could
On the
have more.
school's part,
The classroom space-wise?
yes.
The classroom space is larger than our capacity of 25 students, so the gym space, well, the band room is over 1,000 square feet, I believe. We're seating, obviously, band could be more than 25 students, but right now, our 9 through 12 band is 12 kids. So our 7th and 8th grade band is about 50 students, but they don't all play together at the same time in that space.
How many offices did you say would be there?
Upstairs is our business office, so there are, I believe, 10 small offices upstairs. And then the current business office space that's in 3340 in the corner will be turned into small instruction spaces for special education students.
Okay.
So you're adding classrooms then? The 6 classrooms plus the special education classrooms?
Yes. Well, they're being converted.
Converted.
Yes, yeah.
And then but some of the business offices are going into the space above the gym, or
Yes.
adjacent to the gym?
Yes.
Will that allow you to increase your students?
No, right now, we're not looking to increase students, but our special education population has changed quite a bit, and we now need small instruction spaces, not just for students with special needs that are what we would consider language and mathematics needs. We also have behavioral support, and we also have autistic support. So then we need additional classes for those kids.
So that's additional staff?
We're just basically moving some of our kids around, that's all. It's not additional staff. We have one room, we have one teacher who's floating through 4 different rooms with her sets of kids because that's all the space we have, we offsetting the other students. So it's not that we're adding additional students, no.
How many students do you have in high school then? This is just strictly
Just
high
high
school,
school, right?
correct?
Yes, this is 7 through 12.
7 through 12, then how many students are there?
I believe currently, right now, this year, I have 525.
Okay.
Okay, and then, Mr. Pizzo, I would assume that when they build a new building, that our fire marshal will go in and determine what they need or required to put in the new building, and how many students are allowed in the building, per office and such.
Yes, the fire marshal, I believe, has already reviewed the plan and commented from a planning perspective as to what the plan needed. And if you go through your packet, you'll see
Yeah,
that there were
I saw that
comments
outside.
regarding fire lanes and things of that nature. As far as the maximum capacity of the buildings, that's rated by the fire marshal's office.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But that's not really part of the land development. They do that when they're.
So I know like a restaurant or any other public place has a certain capacity they're allowed to
As
be.
part of the use and occupancy process, the
Right.
maximum capacity is determined.
So that'll be determined. Okay, and do you know if this is the fire part marshal's report, is it will comply with all the requirements?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you can go on if you, any other questions for her? If your developer wants to continue, that's okay.
Well, I don't know that I had a whole lot more to say. Yeah, we have been through the 2 review letters from your engineer's office, the one for traffic and the one for general engineering. And we've actually worked with their office just to make sure none of those issues were anything significant. And I believe we've had solutions to all of those. So we are ready to go back in with the additional information if you were willing to.
Do you have
grant this approval.
additional parking available to you if you have a special event or something like?
We actually have considerably more parking than we need, so yes. We required by ordinance to have 277, I believe it is. We have over 280, but they don't need nearly that many because their students don't drive.
My question is, where do you get the general assembly area of 3,000 square feet?
That is in the gymnasium, assuming they put up chairs.
And so then the other 22,000 square feet is the offices or whatever. I'm assuming the inside of the gymnasium area is straight up and open, and then you have 2 floors on one side, because there's no interior rendition here to understand what you're talking about. And honestly, that would have been much more helpful if it had been attached to understand better, so I wouldn't be necessarily asking these questions per se. It's a little bit confusing.
The gym is 2 stories, all, obviously up and down, and then the classrooms and the business offices are on top of each other in front of.
Which, when you say in front, there's like 4 sides, so you're talking about the
So if
Tillman
we're
Drive,
looking
the
at-
Street Road.
Towards Tillman Drive. So that would be the front entrance of the building actually ends up being right here. So the gym is in this section of the building, and the classrooms are in this section of the building.
Okay, and then as far as stormwater management, that's a will comply and whatever they require to be done, you're
It is.
willing to do. So the fire marshal and the stormwater is a will comply. Is there anything that you're asking for that's not a will comply?
No, there's not.
Would you be willing to agree to limit the amount of students in the future to, say, possibly a 10% increase?
That would be something between the school and the district, and to date, we haven't done that. We've usually gone by what our capacity is.
Okay, so I guess it goes back to my original, while you said, so you have 25 per classroom. Is that what you are at right now? Is
No,
that,
I'm under that.
you're under that? So
But
you-
I have a lot of classrooms that seat 5 and 6 kids by the nature of the international
And I
baccalaureate.
understand that, and I'm just trying to understand. So what is your total student capacity, and how would the parking look for that? Because
The students that would be driving would be mostly
No,
11th and 12th graders.
Well, you have 2 different parking requirements, one for junior high and one for senior high, to take that into consideration, I think.
I don't have that. Do
No,
I?
they would have that.
Oh, they would have that.
They
Oh,
would, not
sorry.
you, I'm not
I'm like,
asking you.
oh, I don't think I have
No,
that.
no, not you, you as a
School, okay,
school.
got it.
But I'm trying to
Yes.
understand at your 20, what is your total capacity, and of that total capacity, how much did you account for in your parking requirements?
Maybe I can help a little bit here. So 277 is just the number that's required by the ordinance. 287, I think, is what we have, but you only need, like, how many do you actually daily use? Like 100?
We currently have about, at most, 15 to 20 students that drive. And then teachers I have in our both campuses, we have about 65 staff members.
So,
So the balance.
and I'm not trying to like pick on this.
I
I'm just
understand.
trying to understand. Because we have lots of issues at different places with
Totally get
parking.
it. Yep.
And it just becomes like in neighborhoods and at schools during events.
I can
you
tell
know,
you we
at
have
both Public and
overflow, we
private?
do have overflow parking agreements with the church next door to us.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. I
Yes.
thought that you probably
So
would.
we allow them to use our parking lot on the weekends and in the evenings if necessary. And then they allow us to use the parking lot for in the same space if there's not an event for them, but we have an event.
Thank you. I appreciate
So that's
that.
a piece of puzzle. There's actually a gated walkthrough that they created this very
Is that
nice
written?
path.
Is that a gentleman's agreement or is that written?
It's a gentleman's agreement. I think that, right now, I mean, we can make it more formal, I guess, if that was something you would
It's not you,
require.
it's the future.
Yeah,
It's
I
kind
totally
of- that's-
understand.
it's- You're looking down the road,
Yes, I know somebody decides that they don't like that anymore.
Yeah, you
Um,
decide you want to buy land and have
yes.
more space.
Yeah.
And then you're out of there and then.
Right, totally.
That's really.
I don't think we're leaving.
I hope not,
We
but-
love where
but
we're
I'm just,
at. It's a great little space for us.
You hear
It's
that all the
perfect.
time, oh, I'm going to own this
know.
forever, and then 5 years down the
Totally
road.
understand.
You
We can
know?
certainly do that.
So, I'm not trying to be a buster, I'm just
I
trying to
understand.
understand it.
How long have you been there now? I remember when
We
approved
opened
it.
that campus in 2015-16,
Yeah,
so
well, I
it's
just
all 10
revisited.
years, yeah.
Now, just so I understand, like, besides the safety of the children
Yes.
for capacity?
Yes.
For fire and just general safety?
Yes.
What else determines your ability for capacity? You're saying you have to have approval from the school district?
It's,
Approval from the
yes,
state?
we don't, well, currently our charter doesn't have a cap on attendance and enrollment.
Right.
So for us, it's been open. We did, when we said we were building the high school, we had a number that we were trying to reach. We haven't even come close to that number in the years that we've been open at the high school, mostly for a variety of reasons, but COVID didn't help us much.
Yeah.
And so we're building back up our numbers. And I'm throwing out a number that could be correct, but might be not quite correct. 1475, I think, was our number when we originally put in the charter to create the 9, 10, 11th, and 12th grade, and when we were looking to move into this site. What we didn't realize was, you can think about like the 25 kids per classroom, which works really well in an elementary school. You have 25 kids, you put 25 kids in a classroom, they're there all day, maybe they switch out. With a high school, especially when you hit 11th and 12th grade, where kids are taking credits in particular courses, and then we're the International Baccalaureate program, so we offer the diploma program, but not all of our students take that, so I seat a lot of classes that are closer to 10. So thinking that I would need classes for 25 and only so many classes, we actually have come to the realization that we need classes that might be a little smaller, that seat 10 to 12, maybe 15. We realized we needed an additional lab space, so that was another something to kind of look at where that might go. So it's an interesting, different dynamic than elementary school. As we were coming from an elementary school, it just never occurred to me when we first thought, well, we have plenty of space. We always knew we wanted to build the gym because I think that's an important component for any high school. The addition of classrooms really came from, we are so tight capacity-wise. Yeah, like I said, I have some special education rooms that would be much better if they had a room where they were most of the day, rather than having to travel around the building to what was open and available.
What percentage of the Cornwall's Charter School students that graduate on Bristol Pike come to your high school? Is it 3/4? Is it
I would say
half?
we're currently enrolling 125 7th and 8th graders, and of the 125 7th and 8th graders, this year we lost 35.
Okay,
So
it's
like
about
still
75%.
a good percentage of kids, 65 to 70%
So
of
most
our
of the kids come from Cornwall's Charter?
Yes,
Right.
most of our kids do come. We do get, this year, for the first time, we opened up 11th grade for enrollment. For the diploma program, we're having a lot of students coming from other schools that want the challenge of the diploma program, which starts in 11th grade. Our middle years program starts 7 through 10, and diploma program is 11 to 12. So we actually brought in 10 kids for 11th grade for that program. So that was something new.
I think
for
it's
us.
wonderful, everything you guys have done. Very glad
Thank
that
you.
Cornwall's is still there. My dad graduated from there in 1951. So I really appreciate everything you all have done.
Thank you, I appreciate
I'm just trying to understand for the future that
Yes.
if you're, somebody else, whatever reason, School Lane buys land somewhere else in Bensalem and decides to build there. I'm not saying it would happen,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you never know, right?
Yes.
There's always
No,
what
you
ifs.
never do know.
So when another school comes in and they want to go to that capacity of 25 students per kid.
Right.
Because they're not as good as you, thoughtful in terms of what you want your students to achieve.
Yeah.
And they're maxing it out for other reasons.
Right.
That's really where my question's
I
coming
can
from.
understand that.
And I'm just, I'm not saying you're doing it, I got a question today, or are you moving? I'm like, no, I'm not moving. Like, I don't plan on it.
I know.
I win the lottery, that's a different story, but I think that's everybody's different story, right?
Exactly.
Not
So-
moving out of Bensalem, though,
Not
right?
moving out,
No.
that's down.
Okay.
Moving down.
We do
Well,
have a
I
good
think the fact that
plan.
you're investing in the gym probably means that you're at least short-term,
Yes.
midterm
We're-
goals are to stay there.
Yes,
'Cause it meets
yes.
the- yeah, 'cause-
Yeah,
Very
but I'm
much
just trying to
so.
understand that part of it.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
where my question's
All right,
coming
is there-
from.
is there any other, Ed, do you have any questions?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, Joe, do you think we have enough with them agreeing to the water and sewer, storm water management, and the fire marshal's office to do a final and preliminary?
Yes, if all of the items in the various review letters are all will comply items, and
They are.
the representatives of the school have represented that they are, then if council is so inclined, you can make this a preliminary and final approval. The only caveat, or the only additional would be that, whatever the requirements are in terms of submission of an application for a final land development would be complied with. There are under your ordinance additional documentation has to be submitted. So School Lane will provide that to the Department of Building and Planning as part of the condition for preliminary and final approval.
Okay, I'm assuming their notices were correct that you received?
The notices do appear to be in order, yes.
Okay, so we'll consider do you have anything else you wanted to add, or? Okay. We'll consider the preliminary and final land development for School Lane Charter, 3340 and 3350 Tillman Drive for a gymnasium. It's in a planned commercial district. I think most people know where it is. Is there anybody that would like to speak for or against this addition, Jim? Yeah.
Hello. My name is Patricia Moros. I live at 2918 Murray Avenue. My husband and I are, the back of our property, there's a drainage ditch between our property and the back of the school. One concern that we have really goes back to 2011, 2012. At that time, the casino did some work on the drainage, and that was supposed to actually be only that was a first phase. There was supposed to be another phase that addressed further down along stream, down more toward the Poquessing Creek behind our property. That was never done, but I do have an email from Ron Gantz back in June 2011 where he said, that was the first phase, and there were concerns about erosion that was raised by the engineers, the Lanigan engineers. So I just wanted to point that out. I shared that with at the planning meeting with the engineer, and I just wanted to bring that up again.
Okay, if you can give your name and address to our secretary, and then we can have our engineer people and make sure that we meet with you and come out and look at your situation. And maybe this is because I remember that. I remember talking about that. But this might be an opportunity to make sure that that's done correctly, right, Phil?
Well, it depends.
Yeah, it
whose
depends what it is.
responsibility it would be.
Right.
I mean, that's the-
But nothing with the gym is going to add
No.
to her. And then if there's something that can be done that should be done, then we'll have to do it. If we committed to do it in the past.
Sorry, what was your address again?
2918.
That's what I thought you said, Mary.
Mary, which backs up to the gym. Okay, well, we have your information, and we'll try to make sure we make it as, anything with this isn't going to make your situation worse. And if there's something we can
Correct.
do to make your situation better, especially if it was promised in the past, then it should get done.
Yes. I also raised at the Planning Commission meeting about leaves getting piled up between our properties. Also, it wasn't really the school, but it kind of occurs. It was my understanding that I should raise that to the fire marshal if I notice it. So basically I'll do that in the future, but just thought it might be.
Okay. All right, well, thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
And then Debbie can take your information to make sure we have
Can
it.
we ask when, if they brought this up to us?
No, she said she went to the planning meeting.
No, I'm talking about, she said 2011.
Yeah, she said Ron Gantz had sent emails about it, so
Yeah.
apparently she has
But I haven't heard
documentation.
anything since then.
Yeah, we'll have to
Okay.
follow up with that.
This ain't one of the weird things.
Yeah, please. Drop it as a brief, please.
But I know it's about this quick here.
Yeah. Open it, beginning. Okay, is there any other person that wants to speak for or against this development? Seeing no one come forward, we're going to close public comment. Okay, so we're going to do a consideration of preliminary and final land development, and it would be conditioned upon the water and sewer, stormwater being approved and accepted, will comply with anything that's required. Also, any additional things besides what's in the report for the fire marshal's office will comply, and then any paperwork or forms or engineering things that have to be submitted to building and planning will comply.
I'll accept that as a motion from the president to put it on the floor.
Okay? And everything else in the report is a will comply per Mr. Pizzo's recommendation.
And to add just a little bit more specificity,
Yep, no
Mr.
problem.
Knowles, if you'd like. All of the items identified in the June 27, 2025 preliminary land development plan review prepared by W2K are all will comply items. The items identified in the May 29, 2025 review memorandum from the Township Fire Rescue Department, and the items identified in the June 2nd, 2025 Land Development Accessibility Review prepared by Brian Moss, and finally, the July 25, 2025 Traffic Impact Fee letter from WK2, which obviously indicates that there is no traffic impact fee for the property. So all of the items contained in those letters are will comply items. As you mentioned, the applicant will comply with all of the requirements of the township engineer regarding stormwater management facilities, and that should include additional review of the drainage facilities running between the property and the properties on Murray Avenue, including but not limited to the property at 2918 Murray, to make sure that there is no runoff coming from the property onto any of those properties. And as you stated, the applicant will comply with all of the requirements of final land development review, final land development plan submission as set forth in the Township Subdivision and Land Development Ordinance.
I have a question.
Okay, hold on one second. Okay, you have a question?
I do. Not thinking about it because this was a preliminary and not a final, so not everything was included in here, and I understand your comment about the impact fee. So, Mr. Worsta, so there's no impact fee because of the overall entire site, and this does not add additional traffic?
There's no more traffic to the PM peak hour for the traffic impact fee than what we have now. So there's not going to be basketball
Having
games.
been on impact, that's why I said having been on impact
Right,
myself for a long
right.
time, that's what I'm
Sure.
trying to understand.
Yeah, so there's not, any traffic will be decreased by traffic that's leaving the site.
Okay,
If it makes
just
sense,
want
if that makes sense. And then, so if there's gym use at night, there's plenty of parking and so forth that are accommodated, therefore there's no increase in the amount of traffic.
Okay.
tell that to people on Street Road, but that's okay.
Okay, so Mr. Kisselback, you want to add Mr. Pizzo's comments to your motion?
Well, you put the motion on the floor, actually.
Okay.
I'm going to second the motion as informed by our solicitor
About that.
and verified by Mr. Pizzo. I'll second that for a preliminary and final.
I'm sorry, one more question.
What's happening?
Just because we had talked before that the facility may be used by the community, I think that should be something that should be added to that because we talked about that. Is that okay?
Can you come up and speak to that, just so we have it in the record?
Yes, I figured once we had the approval, we would, the mayor had asked for a letter from School Lane saying that they could use it for the community. And so once we have approval and we're actually building that, then the letter will be submitted to the
Okay.
mayor's office.
I thought that was a handshake like your
Well-
partner, but that's okay.
So,
He asked for a letter.
I appreciate
I don't
that.
mind the letter.
no, a letter is better.
Yes.
Better.
Yes,
It's
understood.
for gym time, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes,
good.
especially, during the high school.
Depending on,
And
obviously.
so will you work it then, how the school district works it with, not that it really concerns me per se, but
Joseph?
I don't really know how the school district
Put it in
works
your
that, but I'm
motion.
sure we can
like
work
a
out.
facility rental, and you'll have a whole process
Yes,
for all
we-
of that. And so you
yes.
would, if you were to do it, you would base it upon certain levels of community organizations getting
Yes.
free
Priority,
time.
free time,
Priority,
yes.
free time, and just, so if you agree to have it based upon the school district's facility rental
I'll have to
program
look at their
policy.
agreement, because I don't
I've
like
been
to
through
agree to
that
something
policy.
without
Yeah,
saying
that's
yes or
a good
no.
one. It's a good one.
Okay, let him,
Mr. Champion,
Can't say anything.
You'd
Get a little
rather
deep
that
in the
they
woods.
didn't commit to the school district's facility, not
Yeah,
a
yeah,
policy.
yeah, we wanna try to
They're
get it for
committing to
free.
make the facility available to the community, and that will be
Not
worked.
to exceed.
That will be worked through with the administration once the facility is in operation.
That's true.
But you
Thank
don't
you.
want them locked into the school districts.
I would agree.
Because in many cases, the school district's requirements may not be what they're going to otherwise impose on the township. So that sort of can cut
okay, it's
both
part of the
ways.
record.
That's true, I
Makes
didn't think of
sense.
that. I just want to be sure that we
Well,
have
my daughter's
certain
getting
things.
married. Can I use your
You'd be good
facility?
at, you could have,
Well,
That
Good
there's
idea.
something there for the community in terms of not being
Upstate
charged.
wedding, right?
yeah.
we understand that community funds, as in taxpayer funds, help us pay
We
for
appreciate
this
that.
space.
And we thank you
So
for
on-
being a good neighbor. and
We do.
everything.
And we try to always be good neighbors, and we recognize the need. The township has been very gracious in allowing us to use their field for soccer for our kids, because we have no fields, and that's been a wonderful opportunity for us. So we'd like to be able to reciprocate that where we can. I don't really know. I know we're going to have a high school basketball team. We're starting one this year, so not sure timing-wise, but to the extent that we can offer that
That'd be
to
great.
you.
I know
as-
that the other
from
schools,
for the community's
the kids
use.
would appreciate that.
There's a guy sitting over here, he's loud as he wants to play pickleball, so.
Oh, I wish, well, that's not funny, because we were actually looking at, can we put some pickleball
Yes.
courts in the basketball court, in the volleyball court, like they're all.
Yeah, St. Ephraim just drew them in. They have
Yeah.
pickleball court now.
Yeah, but that's-
Okay, well, I
It's not a
appreciate that.
problem.
Thank you, I
Okay,
appreciate
so
that.
I'll adjust,
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Pizzo.
I'll
I
just
did
my
not
mo-
think that way, because we all know
Thank you.
how things can go.
I'll adjust my motion, and I'm allowed to motion. I thought Mr. Kisselback was going to fill that in with dates and times, but that's okay. But and then Ed has a second on the motion?
If you change it,
No, I changed it, yeah.
okay, and then I'll
That
second
Mr.
the
Pizzo's
motion
got-
as
thank you.
changed.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any against? We're 3-0. Okay, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thanks, and you are a good neighbor, and we all love you.
Yep. It's great. Put in there that Frank Schilling can
Let Frank sit up here, right?
get Frank
It's the Irish in me.
pickleball time.
Yeah, just questions. Just have some questions.
Okay, number 6 on the agenda, consideration of a reduced permit fee for the Hindu temple located at 2746 Mechanicsville Road. Mr. Pizzo, do you have this, or?
I do, Mr. Knowles. Consistent with the township's policy for waiver of certain township fees for nonprofit organizations and community organizations, the Samarpan Hindu Temple on Mechanicsville Road is planning to construct a new entrance for its facility. There is a township alteration of land application fee, and of course, the application fee itself. They've requested that those fees be reduced, consistent with the the township's policies, and that would result in the $800 fee being reduced down to $400.
And even though we are reducing it, it has nothing to do with whether they're permitted to do what they're doing.
That's correct. They'll still have to comply with all of the township's building codes, land alteration codes, and the like, anything that might be involved in construction of the new entrance.
Okay, and if there's any questions, does someone want to put a motion forward that will approve this reduction?
I'll put in the form of a motion that we accept the reduced permit fee from $800 to $400 for the Samarpan Hindu Temple located on 2746 Mechanicsville Road.
Okay, is there a second?
A second, sorry.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any against? Okay. Unanimous, that's 3-0. It's 3-0. I just don't want to use different conflicting words for it. Okay, number
Okay,
7.
Debbie?
Number 7 on the agenda. Consideration of 3 escrow releases, okay?
Where's
So
the
we'll
number
do-
again? 3.
We'll do them one at a time.
Unbelievable.
Faith Unity, release number 4, $55,204.42. Do you have this, Mr. Worcester?
I do, Mr. President. 3 escrow releases. The first one is for Faith Unity on Richelieu Road, and they're requesting they requested a release of
I'm surprised.
$55,000.
I'm surprised.
$204.42, and we're recommending that be granted by council. It allows $12,000 left for that, and those issues are some work has to be inspected for the bioretention basin, and fire hydrant has to be executed. It's not installed yet, and that leaves about $12,000 left for the rest of the project.
Okay, and that's, and this, we also have money for the actual construction of the building, right? Or is this,
This is it.
Wait, so
There's
the
no
building's
building
not done yet?
There's no building.
right?
Yeah, this
So
is
when they
all,
put
this
the
is
building-
site work.
Just like.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
separate
Is there
from,
more escrow money? I think is he asking
yeah,
for when the
when
building gets
the
done?
building gets
Well,
done.
for the building,
Right,
yes.
right, okay.
That was my question.
This is
Yeah.
for site
I
work.
was like,
Site work.
wait a minute, wait.
It's separate from the site work,
$12,000
right?
left? Like, get that.
Okay, so this is for the site work being completed, which is taking a long time. Okay, so is there a motion that we approve this release as recommended?
I'll put a motion in place to, for tax parcel 2-1-55-002 for Faith Unity on Richelieu Road, for a release of $55,204, spot 42, upon review and approval of the Finance Department and auditing.
Okay, is there a second?
Second, the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any against? Nope. Okay. Number B
7B.
is PA Steel, release number 3 on Woodhaven
This
Drive.
is over
It's
on
off of State Road.
Woodhaven Drive. Yes, off of State Road. This has been around for a long time, finally completed. This will, the amount remaining will be 0 after this. The final payment is for survey and layout of the closeout and the return of a 10% contingency.
Okay, they put a beautiful building down there, too.
It's very
It's
nice.
very pretty.
They have a really
Okay.
nice stormwater management.
Yeah.
It works well.
Is there a motion to, for this escrow release of $37,270 as presented?
I'll put a motion in for tax parcel 0206013, 0206013-001, and 0206013-017 in the amount of $37,270 upon review and audit by the Finance Department.
Okay, is there a second?
Second, the motion.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any against? That's unanimous, that's 3. Okay. C is Delpho LD, release number 2, 4001 Bristol Road.
Yes, Mr. President, this one is for $40,230. This project's coming to a close, and not quite yet, but it's on its way. $40,000 is what we're recommending, $40,230 is what we're recommending for a release. We're holding back money for certain issues, such as the completions of inspections, some additional grading, et cetera.
Okay, and 66,000 seems like enough for that, right?
Where exactly is this one at?
It's over on Bristol Road, over between Old Lincoln Highway and,
Where the Go-Go Bar used to be, I think.
well, kind of in that area.
And Scruples.
Yeah.
That's it.
Not that I was ever there, right? Forget the name of it, but I used to drive past. Anyway, the Oakford.
Any other information you want to give us on
No,
that,
I'm just
Jeff?
saying, just trying to get people to know where it is. Okay, so, does anybody want to put a motion for,
I'll do this one.
Telfo?
Go ahead,
Oh,
Dow.
come on, we have to go
I'm
3 for
sorry,
3.
no, I'm sorry.
Let's do 3
It's
for
in
3.
threes, I'm sorry, you're right. How foolish is
This
this?
is my friend's,
I would've messed-
my friend's
everyone
brother-in-law.
would've figured it out.
We'll mess it up.
Mr. Delfo's from Nottingham, I think. He's a,
Tax parcel map
Okay.
0201, oh God, 018003, for 4001 Bristol Road in the amount of $40,230 to be reviewed and audited by the Finance Department. Now we're 3 for 3.
okay, is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any against? Okay, that's unanimous, that's 3 again. Okay, anybody would like to make, I hope not, but, anybody?
We have this one too.
One more,
Oh, one more, I'm sorry.
one more, Joe.
Oh, yeah, we have consent to withdraw plan, okay, yeah, this one I read, but I didn't really understand.
Yeah.
Pfizer's gonna have to. Number 8 on the agenda, I'm sorry, I missed that, was consent to withdraw planning module approval and cancellation of allocations of EDU at 2600 State Road. Mr. Pizzo, do you want to give us a synopsis of that pretty fast?
Certainly. The council previously approved the land development plan for 2600 State Road. One of the conditions of approval is, of course, that the applicant have the required water and sewer to serve the site. And subsequent to the land development approval, council approved an amendment to your Act 537 plan that would have provided the necessary sewer capacity to the site. The applicant at this time is not going to be moving forward with the project, it would appear. And so what they are asking to do is to have the planning module approval withdrawn, thereby taking the sewer capacity away from the site and freeing it up for use elsewhere in the township. The County Water and Sewer Authority and DEP require a letter from the township acknowledging the withdrawal of the capacity from the site and the undoing, if you will, of the amendment to the Act 537 plan. So the letter before you would accomplish that purpose. If council is inclined to approve the sending of the letter, it should be under the condition that at any point in time, not the condition, but an acknowledgement within the letter, that at any point in time in the future, if the owner of 2600 State Road wishes to proceed with construction there, that they are going to have to go back to DEP and get sewer capacity issued again, because it remains a condition of your earlier approval.
Okay. And 2600 State Road, I'm assuming is commercial?
It is actually zoned, I believe, it's down in the R55 district.
Okay.
So
What was it they were putting there?
they had proposed a warehouse facility,
Oh, it is, okay.
yes.
Oh, okay, I didn't know which one it was, okay.
So at this
Okay.
point, they're not going to move forward. The market having changed for warehousing, I don't think they may never move forward with it, but at this point, they're not moving forward.
Sorry, you may have said this when you were talking about it, because I was just trying to listen, but not really. quite got it. So by having, so they had to pay for these EDUs, whether they use them or not? And they're releasing them so they don't have to pay for them? Is that kind of, oh, it wasn't? Okay. Oh, good. So I asked your question.
Okay, so this is a co-question from Ed and Stacy.
Typically, the procedure would be that they would purchase the capacity from the County Water and Sewer Authority, who is the retail sewer provider for the township. In this case, if they are relinquishing the capacity, then the authority's policy is to refund what was paid for the capacity back to the property owner, but the property owner is relinquishing all rights to the capacity.
So any funds he's given to them, or the property owners has given to them, would be returned since they're not utilizing them?
That's my understanding
That's how-
of
yeah,
the current policy. It may not be exactly that way, but candidly, it's not really our concern.
Yeah,
It's not
it's
our-
between
no,
them and the.
Just trying to
yeah.
understand for my own
What's the
edification.
reason why he would want to renege his allocation?
Well,
Yeah.
it's also to the benefit of the
General
the
public.
community and the sanitary sewer system that serves the township. If capacity isn't otherwise unnecessarily being tied up, it doesn't create an artificial problem within the system.
Okay, well, he's going to have to reapply for it if he tries to do anything else, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so we're not doing anything that shouldn't be done, that's going to hurt us in the future. Okay, so this is number 8 on the agenda. Is there anything else that has to be added to this besides just get approval that we're okay with it?
Language is going to have to be added, and there's also, and this language was provided to the township by the applicant. I note that they also have an error in there in that they refer to a borough council and not a township council. So shame on them, but we'll fix that before it's presented to you for your signature, Mr. Knowles.
Okay, so the corrected, we're going to approve the corrected and adjusted letter of approval. Okay,
Because you
so.
saw this letter, you wrote this letter, and you approved this letter.
I didn't write the letter.
He didn't sign the letter yet either.
I didn't
So you're
compose the letter.
approving the draft of the
No, nothing to do with the letter.
You're approving
Anyway,
the withdrawal.
So do we have a motion to consent to withdraw the planning module approval and cancellation
Do this
as
one,
per
so we-
Mr. Pizzo's advice for 2600 State Road?
I'll put that in the form of a motion.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any against? Okay, we're good.
So you have
Okay.
1, 3.
Public comment? Is there anybody here that would like to make public comment besides Mr. Schilling? No,
Can I,
okay.
sir?
You're still the public. Oh, is your birthday?
Yeah, I'm gonna be 65.
Wins, okay, that's good. Welcome to the club. That's good. Okay, and then, is that why that guy put a statue,
You look 85.
Frank, is that why your neighbor put a statue up on Unionville Road to honor you? Is that,
There's a statue on Hill Road?
Should we go out and get a cake? When you guys wait, I'll go get a cake.
did you see that giant,
I'll
what's
be
that thing
back in
called?
an hour.
That giant dum-dum statue? Gigantic, it's right down the street from,
Really?
oh, yeah.
88.
Just like-
Haven't
like
paid
8 feet
attention.
high, 6 feet
I
high,
haven't paid attention to
to
it.
the front lawn.
Democrats like you.
Okay. Go into other business.
They don't like
Thank you, Mr. Schilling. Happy birthday. Turning 65. Welcome to the club. Okay, and I'm glad you're healthy. All right. Okay, Deb, do you have anything you want to add?
No, thank you.
No,
And
thank
do you have 3 things you want to add?
you. Okay, Mr. Pizzo or your, Mr. Ferris, would like to add anything?
The record, I'm going to need an executive session with council following tonight's meeting for 5, no more than 10 minutes. The purpose would be to update you on a matter of pending litigation. No official action will be required during that executive session, and no official action is required this evening in anticipation of that executive session. But the right-to-know law does require that we announce it, so the public has been so advised.
Okay, thank you.
And other than that, a happy Labor Day to everyone.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, do you have anything you would like to add?
Yes, Mr. President. Happy birthday again. And I'm surprised that they didn't put signs all around the township for you. Yeah.
It's early yet, that's right.
Everybody knows the school's open. I was at several of the openings this morning. All the schools are open. Actually, tomorrow morning is St. Charles opens, and then I think it's the third when St. Ephraim's open. So most schools are back. Please be careful driving. The school buses have cameras on them, so you wouldn't believe how many thousands of people go through past the school buses. So I hope everybody takes heed of that. The concerts, as you know, 3 of them have been canceled this year. Wednesday night, the weather's going to be phenomenal this Wednesday night, and we have the Bob Seger tribute band, which is great. And on the, I know that we're going to do the other, Deb, oh, here it is, yeah, you got it in there. There, Big 80 show, September 3rd.
Okay,
That's one of the ones that was canceled.
Okay, good.
So we got them to reschedule. And the other one is the Who's Bad, the Ultimate Michael Jackson. That's coming back on September 12th. So we didn't
Okay, so we got a
lose
couple
out
left, okay,
on the
good.
dates on those two, so that's important. Fall Festival, I know it sounds early, but it's coming up on us. It's only a little more than a month away.
First Saturday in October, is
Yes,
it?
October 4th, so we'll be
Yeah, okay.
prepared for that. It's going to be a good one. I know the recycling's coming out. It's not again till October 20th, but we should keep that in your minds because that's a good time to get rid of this stuff.
Electronic recycling.
Yes,
Yes, I have some
electronic
things I'm bringing
recycling.
over.
That's October 20th, and we'll keep bringing you up to date as we're out here. And the shredding, that's also coming up. That's the 25th. And certainly happy Labor Day to everyone, and certainly everybody's out there working every day. That's their holiday, and hopefully you guys all enjoy your holiday.
Yeah, I saw a national show that did a story on Lower Marion, I think, has added the bus cameras.
Yeah.
So they're following our footsteps.
And Middletown did too.
Yes, a couple of the local school
Yeah,
districts.
and we're working on 2025 on some events, and we'll bring you up to date on that as we can get more things put together on it. To be
Okay,
election.
great. All right, thank you, Mayor. Okay, Ms. Champion, do you have anything to add?
I made a mistake on 2026.
I thought you meant
2026, that's right.
2026.
That's
Because
right.
they were, happy Labor Day. It's, as the mayor said, watch, our kids are out there taking buses early in the morning. And please be careful around the bus stops. Please slow down on the main roads because you never know where a kid may be, especially in the morning, especially the older children, the high school guys. Good luck to all of our fall sports guys for all the schools in the township, both elementary, middle, and high schools. And see you guys soon.
Okay, Phil, do you have anything you would like to add? Sorry.
No, just go Phils and then go Birds. That'll be before the next council meeting.
That's right, that's right. Dallas will be coming up. Mr. Kisselback, do you have anything to add?
I'd like to add 2 things at a minimum, and that's, of course, which has already been said, but Labor Day is coming up for this weekend and Monday, the holiday, and I have to say that in Bensalem Township, we have the best union people that live in our township and work in our township. They do a wonderful job, and we can't thank them enough for everything they do, because when they do it right. And for all of us who work with our hands and put the labor in, whether it's mentally with our hands or physically with our bodies, hope you celebrate Labor Day with your family. Be with your family, that's the most important thing. And as Stacy had just said a moment ago, and the mayor had mentioned, the kids are in school now. Be careful of those yellow buses because they do stop. And as the mayor said, we have literally within a month's time, 1,000 offenders that pass the buses illegally, and that could be very dramatically devastating to any one family. Be very, very, very careful. It only takes you 1 extra minute to get where you're going, so be aware of our kids and our school opening. Fall Festival is coming up. That's always a fun time. And other than that, have a good weekend. I'll see you, and go Birds.
Phils are tonight. I
And the
don't know
Phillies are
what's
playing
going
tonight.
Mister, can I add
3-0,
something?
Phils are winning? Okay, good.
President, can I
Yes,
add
sir.
something?
Yes, sir.
You know, we've done a lot of work over at the country club,
Yeah,
the Owl's Nest, and certainly the rest of the facility there for banquets and everything. I go over there a lot for lunch. We're open.
Yeah.
And out in the public, they should come there for lunch. We got a great chef
Yeah,
there
food's
now.
good there, yeah.
And food is really good, so I don't know how many people really know it. And I keep forgetting to bring that up, but I go there.
What time are they open till at night?
Pardon me?
What time are they open till at night? for dinner?
Usually, they're usually there till 9.
9?
But if they're, say it's a bad rainy day and everything, and the golfers, or
Yeah.
nobody's there, they might shut down, but they're always open for lunch.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good on Friday nights, I think. They
Oh,
get a
yeah, I'm
pretty
there
good
every
crowd.
Friday
Yeah,
night.
Yeah,
There's about 8 or 9 of us go in
yeah.
for an hour and a half.
gone in there and gotten wings last night.
Yeah, so really, the public should go over there, try, or we have a,
Senior citizen discount?
no. No senior citizen discount.
To golf, there's a senior citizen.
Yeah, if you're a golfer, you could talk about that.
Yeah, you can get a senior discount and a residential discount too.
Let's wrap it up, boys. We got to fix it.
Okay.
God, I never
Okay.
talk, I gotta say.
I would like to wish everybody a happy Labor Day on Monday. And be careful with the buses. Please stop, please slow down. Also, we've had in the past, the mayor mentioned this to me and others, that, we've had some accidents with the quads running around the township. Now we have these scooters and electric bikes. And I went going down Bensalem Boulevard the other night, and there was two 12 to 14-year-olds on scooters together with like a tiny little headlight, like on the road. So, I mean, I was doing the speed, going slow. I saw them. It wasn't a big issue for me, but they were cutting across the road from the Wawa, and it's very, very dangerous. So we have to take responsibility for ourselves and for our children because we're going to have to try to do something about it, but our capacity to do something about it, if you're just letting kids have scooters and go out when it's dark, it's just not going to end well.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, so please be careful out there before something happens that it'd be unfortunate. All right, so with that, I'll make a motion to close. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you.